Hey everyone, welcome back to Burk's Garage. So we're finally at the moment that I've been waiting for, which is getting this 6-liter and NV4500 over into GMYRIG. What the holdup has been is me. Go figure. Hey, we didn't have a crossover before for the trans. We've got that under our belt. We've been snowed in and iced in. We've got that beyond us. We've got heat. We're ready to get started. So let me take you along the steps of what we've got for our parts, and we're ready to get this thing separated, get the clutch on it, back together and into the frame rail. So let's take a look. Well, that's not going to work out. So we're sitting here looking at the flywheel and the clutch pack and the hardware out of the original NV4500. So the more that I thought about it, this is just not a step that I want to slip on. But one of the things I'm trying to do is keep my costs down also, but I want to push forward on the build, and I don't want to sacrifice some of the things like this right here. You know, that's the worst thing, is to put it together within a couple of months, you're slipping. So here it comes right back out. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to look around and see if we can come up with an affordable clutch that's going to at least meet OEM specs and maybe a little better. And with that, one of the companies I think I'm going to look at is going to be A Premium, and we're going to get to them from apremium.com. So what I'd like to do is take you along with me on the steps. So let's get it. So here we are at apremium.com. So a couple of things we need to do is enter our vehicle and search the part that we're looking for, and then we'll have a list of parts that we can choose from. So let's start off by adding our vehicle, which is a 2004 Silverado 6-liter and NV4500, and we're going for the clutch. So let's get after this. Hey, the package is here. Hopefully it's from A Premium Auto Parts. Let's go check it out. This is awesome. It's the clutch from A Premium Auto Parts. Let's go get it in. Yes, that is it. That's our clutch kit from A Premium. So what I'd like to do is get this thing opened up and compare that to the OE just right off the top. So come along with me. Start out by propping this bad boy up here so you guys can get a better view of it. Oh, like a kid in the candy store. Here it comes. Look at that. A Premium clutch kit. Looks like we have an alignment tool or bushing or bearing. Oh, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. Be easy with it. So just right off the top, 100% performance testing, and also meets or exceeds OEM specs. So that's a good start, and that's what we were looking for. We got to get in this thing. All right, the moment we've been waiting for, I have. Oh, this is great. Quick installation, grease packet. Got some more goodies back here. So let's grab the factory clutch. All right, so we just compare these right off the top here. And so when we look at this OE style, it's got actually longer fingers that stretch out versus the one from A Premium has one solid sheet on it. So that's the first thing that I've noticed. Now the second thing is the springs on this OE is actually just one spring versus the A Premium. When you look at it, it actually has a spring within a spring. So I did notice that right off the top, and it's a lot heavier feel to it than this one here from the OE side. But as far as groove wise, the height wise, the spline count, everything looks and also exceeds OE specs. So let's move on to the pressure plate. Go ahead and get the rest of the items out of the box here. We've got our alignment tool. We've got our bushing and also our hydraulic throwout bearing. All right, comparing apples to apples here as much as possible. Finger-wise, this one has a much wider and coarse finger grip than the OE style. Everything else, though, looks just as the factory or better. So yeah, let's get this other stuff out of the way so we can start this install. This here is what comes in the kit. So what we need to do now is get the old transmission off and get this prepped to get it installed with the flywheel and get it back together. So one of the things I want to do is just thank A Premium for sending this out to us. This is going to help our build tremendously, and I'll feel a lot better at night knowing that I'm not going to be slipping the next couple of months. So what I'd like to do is get this inside there and then follow back up with you in a few months and just give you the follow-up on that. But right now, let's get this show on the road. So here we are. We've got everything laid out. We've got all of our old parts back in the boxes. We've got our new parts laid out, the items that we will need in order to get all this installed. So we've got everything, new from the flywheel, the clutch, the throwout bearing, the pilot bushing, and our pilot tool. So with that in mind, the main thing that we will need to do is get to work. Yeah, when I say get to work, what I mean is getting this trans off the engine, setting on a stand, and then we can start the installation process of the flywheel that A Premium sent us. So this is exciting. Yeah, real exciting. Spend the entire day spinning our wheels and going in circles chasing our tail. All right, so let's get this trans off the block here. I've got a little shortcut to make life easy. Starting off good. So yeah, we've been knocked down, so let's get back up again. Here we go again. Just maybe we won't make a mess with this. Move it, kitty. Bad kitty. No more kneading. You only end one of two ways. One thing I'm big on is not getting inside of pinch zones if something were to happen. You never know, so stay clear of falling objects. We are one bolt away from a falling object. I believe we're just on the dowels. And I believe we're off the dowels. Now we're suspended. Okay. We're good. Still got a lot of work to do. By the end it should be brand new. But I just got You're not as helpful as you think you are, Jimmy. Oh, pretty helpful. Seriously? You got nothing else to do? Get over here. Okay. I gave it to you. Why do you give it back to? I don't get it. Here, what's up? Why didn't you blow it? Troy, what are you doing? It's weird. Hey, I can hear it now, Jimmy. 6,000 RPMs, second gear, sidestepping the clutch. Bam! One wheel peel. Third gear, one wheel peel. Fourth, well, we're probably falling on our face at that point, huh? Yeah. We had fun for 2 gears. All right. Moving right along. Hold your breath, Jimmy. You might get a little buzz off this. And trust me, it comes with a bad headache too.
Ooh.
All right, so I believe we're about as clean as we're going to get inside there. So we're ready to start the process, and I believe the first thing we need to do is get this pilot bushing installed, and then get our hardware for the flywheel and get ready to get that seated on there. And we'll be in the moving toward the wind direction. It's all cleaned up and polished, ready to roll. Why are there so many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay, moving right along. Opened it and opened it at the same time. You saw that? It is open. That son of a bitch. But is it open? It is. Nice. Damn. This is great. Don't worry about it. We'll get it, Jimmy. Get back. Get back. Sure, I found the hole. Distracting me. Back for more. Dangerous, huh? Danger! Danger. Need some tools. Didn't even back it off, Jimmy. Leave it at 0. Let me see. Jeez. And 74. I missed that one. Oh, I see. Yeah, good.
Do you feel this vehicle is safe for highway travel?
Yes, I do. Yes, I really do. I believe that. I know it's not pretty to look at, but it'll get you where you want to go.
So today's mission is to get this pilot bearing in, and what we're using is the old trusty socket. I believe the most important part is the outside ring of the socket actually sits on the collar of that bearing. That way you're not pressing in that bearing. And from what I've found, I believe we need to just have this bearing sitting flush with the outside of the crankshaft. V6 models, I think it sits in just a little bit farther. So we got everything good and cleaned up. And we got to get this thing pushed on in there. All right, so a little premature on that one. Let's get this lined up in here. We're just going to gently take it easy. Make sure it doesn't start walking in sideways. It's looking good. We've already tested it on the input shaft, so we know it's correct on the input. There she goes. Not quite flush yet. Yeah, I like it. Moving freely. So next step, I believe we need to get this clutch and pressure plate on. Perfect. All right, so we've got our clutch here ready to go on, and this is a clutch from A Premium. It's quite a nice looking clutch, nice springs inside of it, nice surface. So I'm excited about this. So what we need to do is we need to get this on there, and with that in mind, we know our pilot tool actually fits in there, so we're good on that. We've got a clean mating surface on the flywheel and on the clutch and the pressure plate. So all we need to do now is get this in there lined up with the pilot bearing, seated flush, make sure there's no binding, everything feels like it's supposed to. So we're ready to wrap it up, get that pressure plate on here. Let's get it. All right, so now we've got our items that we need to get this installed. So we've got our bolts, our lube, torque wrenches, pressure plate, and most importantly, our tissue. So guys, if she ever asks if we need tissues, here it is. Here it is. So all we need to do now is actually get this pressure plate on there. And we've got a certain torque sequence we need to follow, which is going to cap out at 52 is what the book calls for. So let's get this wrapped up. So yeah, this is the clutch and pressure plate from A Premium that meets or exceeds OE specs. And as of right now, I'm super happy with it. Yeah, we still picked up a little bit of dirt off of it. So yeah, glad we went back. Doesn't hurt to double check. Everything looks good. I'm thinking I'm in the right frame of mind here. So with that, we just make sure that we don't touch the mating surface. We get our dowels lined up first and foremost. One there, one there. Something to hold it in place there. From 180 degrees, put another one in place. Make sure we got a good bite on it here. So yeah, let's put some more bolts in. Tissue. What in the world? Do we need tissue? You have it right here, folks. You definitely see that we need tissue. 6 of 6. There you are. Starting out with basically no pressure, just getting them snug to the flywheel. Now we need to start stepping. And what I've got it set on as my start is 7. We're going to start at. Oh, we got first click. Oh, second click. Again, that's it, 7 pounds. All right, so everybody is at 7. You step up another 25% range. Go around and double check this one more time. Step up to about 30 range. What our little Haynes manual calls for is 52. 51, 52. Perfect. That's locked into place, and we're going to start close to that 12 o'clock. I heard it. I heard it at 52. Give that a little mark. We're good. Come down. Getting serious now. Give that one a mark. That's their dowels. Come over here to this guy. Two marks on that one. All right, just peace of mind. There she is. Great. We're ready to rock and roll now. Yes, super awesome. Love it. As long as this thing doesn't roll over on me or get all carried away, we're in the home stretch. You know what it is. You start talking like that, you jinx yourself. I'll probably just jinx myself. I'm guessing this won't go on as easy as it came off. I need to get some grease on that shit. Dry as a bone. All right, to be continued. All All right, everyone, welcome back. So this is our recap of the review for 8 Premium's clutch kit. So overall, I would say it's 5-star all the way around. Now I'm talking about the service, the installation process, the parts they sent with us, the communication, all in all 5 stars. So I would recommend, this process for you just the same. So what I'd like for you to do is go over to 8premium.com and check out your application and see what's available for you. In the meantime, I'm gonna get these two married and I'm ready to spin my wheels. Man, here we are. Awesome. It's a lot of work. You guys make it look so easy on TV. No, that's a lot of work. So yeah, we just keep pushing through though. We get a little roadblock, whatever, we just overcome it and keep pushing. So what we need to do now is we need to get this trans on the block and over into the frame rail onto this new cross member. So I'm pretty excited about seeing all that come together. But I'm going out on a limb here thinking that that's not going to go on as easy as it came off. We'll cross that bridge. Let's get started on it. Let's try this. Hey, no, that's in the right direction. Interesting. Now, make sure we don't roll it off. Oh, missed it. Uh-oh, wrong thing moving. What tarnation? Oh, this thing. It's not right. No, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. Now that we did that, we need to do this. Shit, it's just a chain reaction. Something was moving. I don't like it. Starter, valves. I think it's me. That's pretty much it. Man. Oh. Hey, that's not what we were trying to do. I'm going to put the brake on because I want it to move. Not that way. All right. We're getting dangerous now. We're getting dangerous. It's not good. There goes my finger. Oh, there goes fucking A. Oh, bitch. Need to put the brakes on. I'm just going to put this in the closer. Tires turned around. Alright, so we'll put the brake on. Now, as long as that doesn't move, we'll probably put something under the tire on it. Which way you try to go that way, huh? Why are you still doing that? I use some. I see the problem. You guys probably already saw that. Here we are. I was thinking it wouldn't go on as easy as it came off. I was thinking that. Start it. Could the starter be playing games? Nope, it's disengaged. We just need to man up a little bit. That's all. We just need to man up a little bit. And it still needs to come up a bit. That's gotta be much straighter. But now we're in a bind. We went too long. Let's see. No. Dowels look good. This looks good. Something right here too. Itself. I think we have stabbed it. Yeah, one thing that I don't do is just tighten those bolts up real tight to bring it all the way in, because I don't want to crack a bell housing. I don't want to be backing up, so this worked out. This one needed to draw in just a little bit more than this side did. And we torque these puppies down. Hey. No. Hey. Now we need to reverse how we even got in this situation. Watch it, folks. Man, that is a win right there. Quite awesome to have all that back together again. Yeah, thank each and every one of you for following along and the support and the shout outs and the mentions. Greatly appreciate it. So our next step is going to be getting this over into the frame rails and getting it started and maybe even turning a drive shaft. Stay tuned, guys. So supposedly a 3/8 bolt requires 35 foot-pounds. So that's what we're going to do. Just double check each and every one of them in a clockwise pattern. Oh, it's official. Oh yeah, by the way, if you can find the baby doll in here, yeah, 3 points to you. Zdyb, Zdyb. Oh man, I'm wore out. I gotta figure out how to get this thing picked up. Termite and the hoist is in the mud. I don't have my lift built. Oh, it's about to get muddy. Oh, how exciting. Thank you.